Are you curious about how you could win a Powerball jackpot? I bet you are. Through this video, you'll get to know strategies you can apply and increase your chances of winning a Powerball jackpot. Get ready. Number 20. Understand Powerball. The first step in increasing your chances of winning the Powerball jackpot is to understand the lottery. This lottery game involves the player choosing 5 major numbers from a pool of 1 to 69 and one Powerball number from a separate pool of 1 to 26. For you to win a jackpot, the numbers you selected must match all the winning numbers drawn. Lottery experts have explained that understanding how the lottery works is essential to increasing your chances of winning and can potentially increase your prize winnings when you play. When you have a clear understanding of how Powerball is played, the next question on your mind is how often should you play? Number 19. Be consistent. When you're interested in winning a Powerball jackpot, you've got to be consistent in playing. This is a core principle in increasing your chances of winning. The more you buy tickets, the more likely your chances of getting the winning combination. However, the challenge with this strategy is that you may have to spend so much money to win a big prize. But you shouldn't be discouraged knowing that if you win, you'll be smiling to the bank big time. Each ticket you purchase increases your odds of winning. If you're going to spend a lot of money on some states' Powerball tickets, you can check out the states that have the highest percentage of payouts and play in those states. Being consistent in playing will surely place you in a better position of winning. The story of Cynthia Stafford is a reminder of the benefits of being consistent. When Cynthia lost her brother in a car crash caused by a drunk driver, she had to take in his 5 children. Being a single mother of 5 kids wasn't an easy job, coupled with the fact that she was also helping her father to make a living. In January 2007, money was scarce, and living in a small house with her large family, paying bills was difficult. She started dreaming of winning the lottery, but not just any lottery, a jackpot worth $112 million. According to Cynthia, the number $112 million popped into her head in 2004. She began to focus on winning that particular amount. Cynthia claimed she used several strategies to attract luck, including writing the number on a piece of paper, placing it under her pillow, and sleeping on it. She said she visualized how she would feel after winning the lottery. She played consistently for 3 years, and in 2007, she won the exact amount she'd always dreamt about. To make her dream a reality, she bought tickets a couple of times every month and chose whichever numbers came into her mind at that moment. Consistency is key to eventually winning the Powerball jackpot. Cynthia Stafford may have won through consistency. What about the chances of winning through a lottery pool? Number 18. Join a lottery pool. Joining a lottery pool might help you win a Powerball jackpot. Lottery pools are a group of players who pool their money to purchase multiple tickets. By being part of the lottery pool, you'll increase your chances of winning the jackpot. Make sure you take all necessary precautions to protect your participation. You can check online guides on how to be a part of a lottery pool so that if your pool ever wins, there will be no issues. Please take a moment and like this video as we continue on these enlightening tips. Lottery pools have helped many people win lotteries, but another strategy involving number checks may help you win. Number 17. Make use of hot and cold numbers. Hot numbers are those that have been drawn often in recent draws, and cold numbers are those that have not appeared in a long time. You can select a mix of hot and cold numbers. It might come to your advantage. Hot and cold numbers may be very effective in increasing your chances. Our next tip might be even better. Number 16. Do not use common number patterns. Many players usually go for number patterns such as straight lines, diagonals, or multiples of specific numbers. These patterns are quite common among players, and if they eventually win, the jackpot is split among many winners. To increase your chances, you should select a unique combination of numbers that are not usually selected. Go unique in your number selection. Knowing the least called numbers in the Powerball will help you with your number selection. The least called numbers in the Powerball are 36, 11, 60, 9, 42, 46, 40, 47, and 5. The most frequently appearing Powerball numbers are 26, 10, 1, 12, 2, 9, 6, 20, 18, 11. While the most common primary numbers in the Powerball are 42, 39, 10, 22, 28, 42, 23, 32, 26, 16, and 41. You can make good use of this information. While you may avoid number patterns, paying attention to previous game history might be a great idea. Number 15. Study previous winning numbers. Studying the history of previous winning numbers can be a great strategy. It can help you get an idea of how to fashion your unique combination. Although it's not a guarantee that you will win, but it can boost your chances. You can get the previous winning numbers from some websites that publish them. Checking out previous numbers has the potential to increase your winning chances. Now, our next tip will help you strengthen your selection skills. Number 14. Don't choose consecutive numbers and choose numbers that are not from the same group. Consecutive numbers are not likely to win you the Powerball jackpot. You can vary your number selection to reflect a more unique combination. Also, don't pick numbers that can be easily grouped together, like 10 and 11 or 10 and 20. Although you may win, the chances of winning by this method are highly minimal. When you're regularly playing Powerball, you might consider applying the next strategy. Number 13. Don't use birthdays and anniversaries. It's common practice for people to use their birthdays and anniversaries as their lottery numbers, but you should know that this limits your number choice to 31, thereby reducing your chances of winning seriously. Avoid this and select from the wider range of numbers. While the odds of winning the lottery are very tight, Richard Lustig, a Florida man who had never bought a ticket prior to his win, later won the lottery 7 times. One of his tips: make sure your selected numbers aren't your birth dates. So you can agree that using your birth dates may not be ideal because of their limited chance. However, in most cases, there's always an exception. As can be seen in the case of 23-year-old Neil Wanless in 2009. This cowboy was having a rough time and was behind on his property tax. Neil was one of the poorest ranchers in Todd County, South Dakota, one of the least progressive areas in the U.S. Neil couldn't afford to make basic repairs around his ranch and was trying to get some little cash by selling some scrap metal. While going to buy feed at a local town called Winner, Neil decided to take a risk and spent a small part of his hard-earned money on a Powerball ticket. He bought 5 tickets for $5 and chose numbers from family members' birth dates. The risk he took turned out to be a huge blessing to him. He won one of the biggest Powerball jackpots in history. After tax deduction, Neil took the lump sum, which came to $88.5 million. This goes to show that there are no absolute situations in this matter, but experts continue to advise against using birth dates. We agree that there are exceptions to most rules, but you've got to adhere to the next strategy. Number 12. Make a budget and apply it. When you're playing Powerball, make sure you create a budget and stick to it strictly. Spend what you can afford to lose is always the best approach to apply. You shouldn't forget that lotteries like Powerball are a form of entertainment, a fun game, so getting worked up and putting too much money into it may not be the best idea for you. Do not chase losses or use money meant for important things for the lottery. Remember, it's not in your power to make your game win. Your duty is to just play your own role and leave the rest. Richard Lustig, a 7-time lottery grand prize winner and author of Learn How to Increase Your Chances of Winning the Lottery, also advised players to set a budget for themselves on how much they can afford on tickets. Don't get lottery fever. Don't use your lottery grocery money or your rent money. Remember one thing: if there's one winner, there will be millions of losers. Don't be that person worrying about how you can pay back the money you spent, he said. Keeping a budget, as you can see, is important, and you may also have to consider the next angle on our list. Number 11. You may consider using odd picks. Looking at the law of probability, the odds of winning Powerball are the same whether you select your own numbers or leave it to Quick Pick. However, many Powerball jackpot winning tickets had their numbers selected through Quick Pick, as reported by the Multi-State Lottery Association. In fact, only 18% of jackpot winning tickets were selected by winners. So how can we bring the two opposing data points together? It's not hard to figure out, according to the association. There are more winners from Quick Pick simply because more ticket purchases are made by Quick Pick. This goes to show that a player's selection method may not affect the probability of matching the winning numbers drawn. The association also observed that there are more jackpot winners in the cities than in the countryside. It's not because luck favors urban areas, but rather because more tickets are sold in the cities. So it's natural that more winners will come from an area where more tickets are bought. Harvard statistics professor Mark Glickman recommends players to choose random numbers or buy Quick Picks. A Fairfield University professor, Nicholas Kapoor, bought a lottery ticket in 2016 to teach his statistics students about mathematics probability. "I always buy a Powerball ticket to show my students how improbable it is to win," Kapoor said. Then, things took an unexpected turn. "I ended up winning," he said. Kapoor's Quick Pick aligned with 4 of the 5 numbers drawn, plus the Powerball number. After he stowed the winning lottery ticket in a safety deposit box, he made a copy and showed it to his class. But the outcome wasn't what he had in mind, because he won the grand prize of $100,000. "It is extremely, extremely rare," Kapoor told his students. "I always say I'm one off. I'm a statistical anomaly," he added. This is to illustrate to you that the winner might be you. You can never tell. What's your take on Quick Pick? Tell us in the comments. Odd pick has benefited some Powerball players, but why don't you try the next tip on our list that has proved equally successful for some? You may be the next lucky one using this next tip. Number 10. Distribute your numbers among odds and evens. Some Powerball oldwigs have explained the fact that there are an equal number of odd and even numbers for every possible pick in a Powerball string. It's logical to say that the winning combination will probably comprise an equal number of even and odd numbers. These odd-even numbers may be beneficial, particularly to those who play Powerball more often and regularly. But like in all lotteries, no strategy is perfect or loss-proof. Do what you feel is best for you. Odd and even numbers are a great idea. What about increasing your chances further with the next approach? Number 9. Purchase multiple tickets. Playing multiple tickets increases your chances of winning the Powerball jackpot, because in doing so, you've given yourself more than one chance to win. However, you might want to be cautious about this and spend only what you can afford to lose. Experts warn against treating lotto tickets as real investments in the same way they warn against getting caught up in crypto scams. So take it easy on lottery tickets. Don't get obsessed with it. Lots of people have testified how multiple tickets helped them win, but the next tip has proven to be widely true. Number 8. Choose a lucky store. Some stores have recorded a good number of wins. While we believe in scientifically proven theories, you might still consider buying from a store that's known for selling winning tickets. This is another strategy that some players adopt in their efforts to win the jackpot. Tony Amico is the owner of the gas station Ted's State Line Mobile in Methuen and also a lottery agent. Several people have won millions from tickets bought from his station. He credits his several wins to complete luck and volume. Amico designed his store to look less like a gas station and more like a casino, with tables and TVs set up, as well as 5 lottery machines. We have a smoking hut for people that smoke. We have tables inside where they can sit and relax and watch Keno on any of the several screens. And they can sit there and have coffee and scratch their tickets, which is what people love to do, he said. Amico's strategies seem to have worked for him, judging from the string of winners from his store. He also said some individuals have won $35 million and $46 million with tickets from his shop decades ago. Then, a mother and a daughter won $1 million from his shop in June 2022. So many customers see Amico's store as a lucky store. The odds of winning the Powerball jackpot may be 1 in 292 million, but in the end, someone will be the winner. That person could be you. Amico ended by saying, "You've gotta buy the lottery to win the lottery." Trying your luck with some stores with a winning reputation is a great idea, but have you ever considered what exactly determines your win? Number 7. Select the right numbers. Choosing the right numbers is most likely to have a significant impact on a player's chances. There are a few chosen numbers that have been repeatedly drawn in the history of Powerball. In 2022, the USA Mega site recorded the most drawn numbers of Powerball since 2017. The number 19 was shown to have been drawn 5 times in June 2022 for the first 5 Powerball numbers, much more than any other number drawn. On the other hand, 22, 30, 36, 37, 46, and 60 were each drawn 3 times in October 2022. The only number that was repeatedly drawn in the first 6 months of 2022 was 6. According to USA Mega, as of July 2022, the most drawn number for the first 5 Powerball numbers was 61, and it was drawn 78 times. 21, 32, 62, and 69 were grouped as the other most drawn numbers, and each of the numbers was drawn at least once in October 2021. Going mathematical is quite an exciting approach. However, waiting for an ideal moment may increase your chances of achieving bigger success. And that brings us to the next tip. Number 6. Hang on for a positive expectation draw. Remember, your odds of winning the Powerball lottery are said to be 1 in 292 million. Because of that, it may be best for you to wait until the jackpot hits the $613 million roller mark, a distinction gamblers call positive expectation play. This method of play often results in more than $1 in rewards for every dollar played. For instance, for every $2 you play, you'll get $2.30 on average in returns, thereby getting you a 15% profit. So if you're keen on using a mathematical strategy to increase your chances of winning the biggest prize, you could adopt this methodology. Using different strategies may really change the game for you in the best way imaginable, as you may consider our next tip. Number 5. Try using different lottery strategies. It's understandable that with each lottery you play, you increase your general idea of winning. Using different lottery strategies might be helpful, like checking out the most common lottery numbers drawn or looking into the most common Powerball numbers drawn. These raise the question of whether the lottery balls are truly of the same weight and shape. Unlike the least common numbers, most commonly drawn Powerball numbers have been drawn over 3 times more often in the history of Powerball. Study the numbers that have been drawn more repeatedly, from 33 to 37 times during the past 3 years, and consider using them. If you've played Powerball for a while, you'll know it's not just a theory that some numbers are more winning than others. You can apply this knowledge and add some of those numbers to the numbers you play. It's reasonable to try different strategies, but we may have to avoid certain numbers. What are these numbers? Number 4. Avoid playing the least common Powerball numbers. Many lottery experts are of the opinion that you should never play the least common numbers. We can't explain why these numbers appear in the pools less often than the others. Looking through 318 games played between 2015 and 2018, lottery analysts noted that number 64 was drawn 37 times, and number 23 was drawn 35 times. On the other hand, number 35 was drawn just 11 times, while 34 was drawn 15 times, almost half of the other durations. You can always check the history of numbers in Powerball for the last 3 years, and know how to best apply them instead of risking playing the least commonly drawn Powerball numbers. Number 3. Take note of your overdue numbers. Have you taken time to study overdue numbers? These are numbers that used to feature in the past, but haven't been seen in lottery pools for a while. Some experts believe that such numbers might come up. Just take your time and study those numbers that used to come up in the past, but are rarely seen in a while. You might consider playing them. While you avoided least played numbers, you may have to dig up some other type of numbers. Number 2. Study the lottery number bell curve. You may consider this strategy. If you have your numbers ready, sum them up and record the total. How often do you think this particular sum comes up in lottery pools? You might look into the curve and be surprised to see that some number totals have a higher frequency in winning draws than others. Give it a try. The lottery number bell curve sounds great, but try the next on our list and see how it goes. A doubting professor applied it, and it worked. Number 1. Choose your favorite numbers. After Professor Kapoor won the Powerball jackpot in 2016 by selecting his favorite numbers, he told ABC 7 that it was a wonderful way to teach his class how difficult it is to win the lottery, and advised players to choose the numbers that resonate with them. Some previous Powerball winners also recommend you play a set of numbers regularly to boost your odds of winning. The most important aspect of playing the lottery is to play responsibly. This involves being well-informed, being conscious and cautious of your choices, spending within your comfort level, and not exceeding your limits. Remember, a lottery is not an investment plan. It's just an entertainment game. Therefore, you need to apply caution and minimize risk. I hope you gained from all the strategies we offered you. Tell us in the comments below about your Powerball experiences and which of these tips are likely to help you. But don't forget, the story doesn't end when you win, and you don't want to miss what happens next to these winners. Watch our new video, 20 lottery winners who lost it all, so you're prepared for what can go wrong after you win.